it's Jack the Lube with another YouTube video. I'm kind of laughing because I thought today would be a good day to make a video, but the neighbors decided it was a good day to power wash their house. So hopefully you can hear me. I want to start a series on how I'm treating a rehab case, because I get emailed from people all over the world that are trying to rehabilitate their horse from some sort of physical anomaly. So as you can see, our specimen here is very friendly. She's a young Andalusian mare, and the first thing that I suggested her owners do, she has a kind of a vague lameness that presented as a severe bucking problem that arose after about a year of being under saddle. And it was diagnosed as some severe inflammation in the low back, possibly some early arthritis. As I said, she's very young, so it is still a bit of a mystery. The vet said she's pretty much unrideable at this point. So what I've suggested to the owners, you'll see here, maybe you can kind of pan around. My first suggestion was, rehab does not necessarily mean stall rest, and I think too often people just lock their horse down. The best thing for this horse, in my opinion, for her back, is to have her head down grazing. That's the best thing for the upper ligament system in her back, is to be in a natural position grazing with her head on the ground. So my first suggestion to the owners was to send her to me where I have all this pasture land and she could just be in that posture, right? So less human interference, and how can we set up her environment that's beneficial for her. The other thing is, I get this horse out at least twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day, for 10 or 15 minutes of little calisthenics, which includes backing up, walking over ground pulls, using carrot stretches, all this kind of stuff that I can do with her to activate her core, to take some of the burden out of that low back compression. Now, when I approach her every day, she's so friendly, so it was hard to capture this on the video with us walking up to her in the field, because she kind of wants to be right with us. But the first thing that I do when I observe her, when I approach her, is I ask the same questions that I ask people to check in with when they're riding their horse or working them on the ground. It's a very easy checklist to determine if your horse is in a good posture or not. You ask, where are the hind legs, where's the head and neck, and where's the torso? So in an ideal scenario, when the horse is comfortable, his back legs, or his hind feet, will be positioned. If you drop a plumb line down from point of hip, or from the sacrum, they should intersect his feet. So generally she stands with her back feet underneath her pretty well. Our next checklist item is, where's the head and neck? And you'll see for her, she's always a little, what I consider, guarded in her neck. She's always a little high and tight in her neck. For her conformation, she should be lower, more neutral, more comfortable looking. So this is often an indication for me on a daily basis of how comfy she is or isn't feeling in her back. And then remember, your third point of your checklist is, where's the torso? What I try to visualize for people is, I kind of want to visualize like a similar line here and here. So what I mean is, if you look at her, you notice like kind of a water balloon shape here and kind of a short taut line here. So they're pretty out of balance, right? What that tells you is there's not a balanced tone between bottom and top muscle chain. Now, I don't want you to get all paralysis or analysis and overthink this, but that's something I observe on a monthly basis, like checking in with the horse and seeing, has her shape changed? Has the attitude of this whole under area started to activate and switch on and turn on, or is it still completely disengaged? Like a human with a big beer belly walking around. So these are the things I check in with when I just approach her on a daily basis, to keep tabs on how the rehab is going. So we'll post more videos of this horse as we move forward, and stay tuned for those rehab videos. Meantime, thanks for tuning in.